Hey guys, Flare Double here. Welcome back from a brand new review video for you guys today. Today I'm gonna give my review of Scream, or known as I like to call it, Scream 5. Because really this didn't really feel like a reboot. I don't know why they didn't call it Scream 5. They just decided to call it Scream. So in the title for this video, I'm just gonna call it Scream and then the year 2022. So then, just in case people don't get confused, just in case if I'm doing a review video on the first movie or this new one. So I don't know. But anyways, so all right. So I'm gonna get into like why I thought of the good things I thought of this movie, and then of course a bit of the negatives. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and say very quickly that this will be a non-spoiler review. So I'm not gonna give out any spoilers, just in case for the people that haven't seen the movie yet and not really want to. So again, I'm not gonna give out any spoilers. So yeah. So anyways, first, so I did like from the things that they tried doing with this movie. With this movie, I like how they were going with kind of bringing back somewhat with like how they did with the first movie in some way. Which also, by the way, I thought this movie was really good. There's of course a bit of things which I kind of understand why people didn't like this movie, because I've seen mixed reviews of this movie. And which I can now kind of see why there was a bit of mixed reviews. But for me, I thought this movie went really good. I thought they did really well with this movie. Like I said, and again, I like how from what they tried doing with this movie to kind of bring back kind of some stuff towards like from the first movie, and so that was kind of a interesting idea as to kind of bring back the Scream franchise in some way. In which, by the way, they're already working on the sixth movie apparently, which is already kind of quick for them making this movie. So it's kind of interesting. So I'm hoping with the next one, hopefully it's gonna be hopefully not rushed, because if they're just immediately going for the next movie, so let's just hope for that. But yeah, anyways. Then again, they're kind of doing that with Sonic, making the third Sonic movie. But hey, I'm also excited for the third movie for Sonic, even though I just think that for them doing the, anyways, just kind of going a bit too fast. Sonic, okay, all right. Anyways, but yeah, but yeah, again, I like also as to what they did with, of course, the main character, which, if I'm correct, the main character's name is Samantha. And so what they tried doing with this movie, it seems like this movie felt like kind of like a remake in some way to the previous movie, which is interesting because I feel like with the last movie, had the actors and actresses in the last movie, I felt like was just kind of a weird choice, in my opinion. It's just like, I just think them choosing, like, okay, with them going for like the new characters and everything, it's like, all right, sure, that's fine. But like, just the actors and actresses for like the new characters from the previous movie, I just feel like was just kind of, I don't know. But with this one, I feel like it made a bit more sense. And I just think that they fit in a lot more in this movie. Also, I do like how they were kind of giving in a bit of more of a backstory for the main character. One of the new characters, which is the main character. And I kind of like them giving out a bit of more of a backstory with her, because they didn't really do that with the previous Scream movies. If I remember correctly, they didn't really do that with the previous ones. So for them doing that for this one, honestly, I think that's a very I think that's like a new step for, you know, the Scream franchise, which I'm hoping they will do that maybe in the next one or something like that. So, yeah. So it's a really nice step for them to do. Because again, I just think that with the previous movies, they didn't really give out too much of a backstory of any of the previous characters. Or saying like the new characters, I should say, not really the older characters, but yeah. But yeah, the action scenes in this movie I thought was really good. I thought it went really well. Honestly, it felt a little bit different, just a tiny bit different than the previous movies, but that's actually a good thing. And which that's something I do like, and that's something that where they're not going with like a kind of somewhat kind of same kind of way in some way with the action scenes. I don't know, but yeah, but this one I feel like it's a bit of a bigger step direction of like the action scenes that they've been doing. So I think that's something that is really good for them to do. Yeah, and again, the actors and actresses in this movie did really well. I honestly thought they did really well. And so, yeah. So time for the bit of the bad stuff of this movie. I will say I didn't with the backstory of the main character. The fact that I do like the idea, at the same time, I do have a bit of mixed opinions about it. There's a bit of mixed opinions I have about the backstory of the main character. I don't know. It's just like, all right, I guess it's kind of a neat idea for them to do, but at the same time, it's like I just don't see that. It's kind of weird to really say without spoiling it, but when for the people that haven't seen this movie, and when you do, I don't know, you'll obviously know as to what I'm talking about, but for the opinion, I don't know. But it's just for me, it's just kind of, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. It's just mixed opinions about it. I don't know. But also the other thing as well, which I'm not sure, but for some reason, this movie also felt like it was taking place just on a one specific location. But at the same time, there is multiple locations they do go into this movie. But it's just, I don't know. It's just kind of, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's just, it feels a little bit, just a tiny, tiny bit different than the previous ones, because I feel like the previous ones there was a lot more with the locations that they go into, but for this one it's just, I don't know, just something about it was just kind of, I don't know. I mean, I could be just wrong about that. I don't know. I just for some reason think that. I don't know, but it's just, it feels that way, I guess, in some way. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, really. Again, everything else in this movie I thought was really good. And again, before seeing this movie, I was a bit worried because, again, like I said, I've seen mixed reviews of this movie. I've heard that people have been saying it's really good. People have been saying it's pretty bad. But for me, I thought this movie went really well. I thought it went really well. So with that, the scale 1 through 10, I would say this movie is 7 out of 10 for me, which I think that's the most, from what I've seen, the most good rating with this movie for the people that did like it. And so, yeah, so for me, I'll give it 7 out of 10. And so, yeah, because just a tiny bits of things of this movie, which I kind of understand as to why people didn't like, but most of everything I honestly did enjoy, and I think it is really good. So I am excited to see what they'll do for the next movie, because again, I've heard that apparently they are working on the next one. So with the next one, hopefully it doesn't feel rushed, because they just immediately start to just kind of go for where it's like, oh yeah, we're just gonna go and get started making the next movie, and yeah. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah. Anyways, so that is it. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. You guys can subscribe, comment, like if you guys enjoyed the video, and also you guys can click that notification bell icon next to the subscribe button so you guys will be notified whenever I upload a new video. And also, if you guys want to follow me on my socials, that'll be in the link in the description below as well. Twitter, Instagram, so you guys can follow me on those. And yeah, alright, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.